Flying cars is one of those topics where most people aren't thinking about on a daily basis. You know, I'd say like once a year tops, if I had to guess. I don't know. I'm not going out to take another survey in the middle of nowhere, Mississippi, where I almost got shot. So we're just going to go with my educated guess. So it's not on the forefront of modern culture, and yet whenever it gets brought up, everybody's at least mildly interested. Like, oh yeah, flying cars, are we still doing that? How's that coming along? And yeah, we're still doing that. We're trying, and it's not going very well. Why do our flying cars suck? It's a good question that I wrote for myself. So for the rest of this video, I'll try to explain that. First of all, how do you feel about hot takes? You know, yeah, okay. You know how in the thumbnail I had the Jetsons flying car? Oh, also, how do you feel about drive-in movie theaters? I saw they opened one up a few miles away. I was thinking about going there this weekend. Not we would go together necessarily, but you know how I had the Jetsons flying car in the thumbnail? Well, I would argue that the Jetsons is the only show / movie to get flying cars right. Think about that. And really, it's the only conceptual version of flying cars that works, period. Not just in fiction, but like compared to the real life models and prototypes that we've made in recent history that have been, and I'm not making the argument that we need to put a lot more research and development into making flying cars, or that we should be way further along by now. I think we need to stop, if anything. I think we're embarrassing ourselves. Not to say that we give up entirely. I'm not saying that we should quit. I'm just saying we should stop for a little bit. There's no shame in that. Right now, trying to make a practical, functional flying car is like if we were trying to make an iPhone 16 in the 60s. We don't have the technology really to do that yet. I say we take a beat, we gather ourselves, and maybe we knock out jetpacks first and hoverboards, like real ones. Jetpacks without water, hoverboards without wheels. That's cheating. Speaking of wheels, here's another flying car hot take for you. Don't add wheels to them. Also, that's 2 flying car hot takes in one video. I don't know. If I were you, I might be hitting the subscribe button after that. Like, what? This guy's crazy. He's going double flying car hot takes in a single vid. What? That's probably what I'd be saying if I were you. But yeah, don't add wheels to them. A lot of fictional flying cars and real life models can't resist the urge to put wheels on the cars. And I guess that makes sense if you're a billionaire tech bro who didn't put any thought into it and just did. But I did put thought into it. And I'm not a tech bro. And so far I've only made like $800 million on YouTube. So honestly, it would really help me out if you could hit that subscribe. You don't need wheels. You don't need to drive anywhere if you can fly. There's no obstructions up there. It's like 10 times faster. Every logistical sign would tell you to just fly the thing. What do you want to get the feeling of what traffic was like again? And stop signs? No. But what about when we land the car? Don't we want some landing wheels? We've got to hover down. We've got to hover down. Say it with me. We've got to hover down. Nobody wants to have a runway at every building and restaurant and grocery store, even if they said they got the cars to be able to land with just like 50 feet of runway. Okay, so then that's like a 50-foot parking spot everywhere then? No thanks. I want it to hover. I want to be able to land it wherever I want. I want to be able to pull up to another flying car and talk to them. I want to be able to go through a drive-through on the 50th floor of a skyscraper. The cars have to hover. That is crucial. They have to hover. That's the only way. That's the only way any of this is any fun. Anyway. Almost lost my cool. My eyes are not watery, by the way. I got that comment a lot last week. They're not, right now they're a little bit, because I'm talking about something that I'm passionate about. But usually My eyes are dry as hell. Probably a lot more drier than yours, actually. So. No, that's not the same. Neil deGrasse Tyson famously said something like, "We already have flying cars. They're called helicopters." And I'm sorry, but that's the exact type of cop-out, cowardly response that I would expect from Neil deGrasse Tyson, who hasn't emailed me back about my flat earth debate. Neil, I know you're watching this. And yes, helicopters can hover. That's my favorite quality about them. But they do it because they have these giant, scary propellers that are super loud and they blow everything away that's underneath them. That's not like the Jetsons. Let's look at the Jetsons actually right quick to see what it's supposed to look like. Alright, I got it pulled up. My microphone was messing up, but here we go. There they are. In the beautiful olive green flying car with no wheels. Seamless design. Lovely. You can see, wait, show the little controls he has again. Look at that. Boom, simple. Few gauges. Got his throttle there. Awesome. Ain't that the truth? I don't know. I'm just saying. Look at that. Beautiful hover down. Oh my gosh. I forgot that it could do that. We got a long way to go, boys. Everything about this flying car is perfect. But something that you can't see in this clip that I think is crucial to the overall idea of flying cars is the commodity of said car. George isn't the only guy that has one of these. Everybody has one. And I think that's great. Like, the technology is advanced, but it's trickled down to where the average Joe can go out and pick one up. With a flying car like the one from Back to the Future, which had wheels, I know, but most of its life it was spent on the road. And if you were going to travel back into the past, you'd want to blend in. Anyway, so I'll give it a pass. But when they weren't in the future, that was the only flying car around in the whole world. And it was a time machine. That thing would have cost $200 billion. Elon Musk is the only guy that could buy it, and he'd put Doge logos and memes all over it. It would be so lame. Another movie with flying cars. Do you guys remember Meet the Robinsons? It's kind of an out of left field movie, but I'm sure some of you guys remember it. Early in the movie, the main character, Cornelius Robinson, briefly shows this design that he has for a flying car. And it has wheels and they turn up like in and then it flies away. It was just like the Back to the Future car. And I remember seeing that part when I was like 8 and thinking, don't do it. Don't add wheels. You don't need them. And luckily when he got older and he actually made them, he didn't put wheels on them. And look at these designs and the way they fly. Very nice, very Jetsons-like. So you might be thinking, well, he did it. What's wrong with these? Well, he only made 2 of them. And they're time machines. And they can turn invisible for some reason. That's too much. The supply's too low. They've priced out the market. You know what everybody else got? A bubble. Which does look kind of fun, honestly. I mean, they had to have like 50 deaths per day in these things, but I feel like I've talked about the fictional flying cars more than the real life models that we've made. I don't know, I've probably sprinkled them throughout here and there, but I'm just going to go through and rapid fire a lot of them right quick. So here we go. Okay, here we are. I just looked up flying cars. A lot of these shorts I already looked at for the intro that I made. So this one's fake. This one's a helicopter. This one's a Cybertruck carrying a helicopter. This one's like a Lamborghini helicopter. This is another fake Tesla one. I don't even know what to say about that one. I hate it. I don't like that one. This is a car with a helicopter on it. This is a car with a helicopter on it. This is another helicopter. This is pretty good CGI, honestly, but yeah. Okay, here's one that I wanted to cover specifically because it actually did get a lot of traction, like, I don't know, a month ago. I mean, this is NBC covering it. Yeah, there it is. That's real. You can hear the propellers underneath. This is the CEO. Here's my first problem, though. This guy's like extremely supervillain vibes.
was able to create something we've been dreaming about since the Jetsons. We tried to make
don't
science fiction
drag
a
that
reality.
into this.
And while
This
not
is not
quite ready
worthy
for the road,
of that.
you cut
Yep.
soar through the air.
There it is, the
over another
Jetsons.
car
Even if that
and away.
works like
But for all the
perfectly,
magic
and there
of
was
this
actually
moment,
somebody
we
in
were
there,
heavily
which they never
restricted,
even show,
forced
by
to
the
shoot
way.
at least half a football
It's
field
I
away,
wouldn't
and we
use
never
that because of
actually
how
saw the
bad it
driver
looks. It
entering
looks like
or
a
exiting
like
the
a
vehicle.
Razor. It looks
But
like
you're
a
not
Roku
still
remote.
So far, more than 3,200
3,200
early
people have already
adopters
ordered this.
pre-ordered
Okay,
their
maybe I need to get it. I don't know.
all-electric
300. That's
flying
nothing.
car. And the company
That's
is aiming
yeah.
to begin
That's
production by next
everybody's
year.
gonna have one of
But
these.
practice
This one put a lot of money into the marketing. I'm sure they didn't need it for the design, so that's good. Here we are. That looks extremely CGI.
I want to end this video on a positive note, and luckily 2 years into researching information for this video, I found something. According to official Jetsons lore, George was born on July 31st, 2022. So really, we've got like 40 years to get a real flying car figured out, which is pretty unlikely. Guys, thanks for watching this far. Thank you for the support of that video last week. If you watched that got almost 3,000 views, and I got 71 new subscribers. 71 of you guys. Some of you might be watching this right now, which is awesome. That made me think that we could get to 1,000 before the end of the year. Who knows? That'd be crazy. So feeling good. Make sure you subscribe so that I see you for next video. Unless I see you at the drive-in movie theater this weekend. I heard they're playing Moana 2, so